You're a cruel. You know that?
Just a little,
Yeah,
a little
message
sip.
me and then I'll be
No one will know.
Get out of my face!
For those of you who don't know, Dry January is a public health campaign in the UK encouraging people to abstain from alcohol in the month of January. It falls into the category of those like month-long challenges where people, you know, reflect on their habits or like put their stoicism to the test or whatever it is. Alcohol Change, the charity behind Dry January, claims that 10% of drinkers will be taking part in Dry January this year. And apparently I'm one of them. So, the idea is simple. Don't drink alcohol for the 31 days of January. Sounds easy enough? Let's see. So my January started the same as everyone else's, I presume.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. New Year and
A lot of drinking, dancing, general tomfoolery. Dry January doesn't start until the morning or afternoon of January 1st, when you wake up after New Year with the mother of all hangovers, I think.
Today is day one of Dry January, no drinking. So far, not that challenging a concept because I'm feeling quite hungover from yesterday. Brutally hungover, to be honest, from New Year's Eve. And the idea of not drinking is not a bad one at this point. I'm sure my opinion about will change, but right now, the idea of not drinking, absolutely fine. I'm happy with it. So, yeah, watch this space.
So I was feeling positive. You know, that whole I'm never drinking again mentality came into my head as it does after any heavy night out, which I'm sure is a short-lived feeling, but for now, I was feeling all right about the whole not drinking thing. Day one, check.
So it is now day 5 of Dry January. It is Sunday evening, so I've officially got through my first weekend of no drinking in January. And to be honest with you, I'm feeling great. I slept really well over the weekend. It was the first Sunday in weeks that I remember not waking up with a hangover, which was very refreshing. I woke up naturally and feeling fresh. I got a lot of stuff done today. It was very productive. So far not too bad. Saturday night, I was out with a few friends and it definitely was quite tempting to like have a drink, but I thought, no, it's fine. And to be honest, I got to enjoy the event just as much as I always had. It just wasn't with an alcoholic drink this time. But yeah, I definitely appreciated waking up on a Sunday morning without a hangover. So hopefully this continues.
A whole weekend, an entire weekend I had without having a single drink. I think that's amazing. I think that's to be commended. Cheers. Bland. So it is now day 9 of Dry January. It's a beautiful sunny day in London. And to be honest, the only thing that I can think of in my head is, damn, this would be nice weather to have a pint. But I'm not doing that. So I'll have a juice instead and enjoy the sun. Okay, so here I think we can agree that the cracks are beginning to show. Like, I'm missing the booze lifestyle. I want a beer garden. I want a wine with dinner. I want a rager on a Friday. I want it all, and I can't have it. What came next was the biggest test yet, a night out. A friend's birthday, drunk friends, a club environment. It was a recipe for temptation and failure. Was I gonna crack?
So I'm on a night out for my friend's birthday. I'm having a lemonade, and my friends are doing this. Guys, say hi!
The rest of what I managed to capture is blurry and dark, but there were nonsensical drunken conversations, a rogue cowboy hat, and I was sober throughout all of it. Dry January, still on. So in a remarkably cruel turn of events, I asked my flatmates if they needed anything from the shop, and they said wine. So now I have bought a bottle of red wine, which I can't even drink. 10 or so days to go. Really starting to feel it now. How cruel. Do you need anything from the shop? Yeah, just some wine. They put it in the food, so I couldn't have any of that either. I'm not sure if that's the rules, because when you cook with alcohol, most of it burns off, but I didn't want to give anyone any reason to be able to say that I failed at this challenge I was trying so hard to succeed at. Wine and food? No. Cherry liqueur chocolates? Staying on the shelf. Rubbing alcohol for my wounds? I'll bleed.
So normally I'd be spending my money, or a lot of it at least, in like bars and pubs, on cocktails, on pints, you know, you name it. And because I'm not doing that, I've got a bit of spare cash this month. So I was thinking I'm gonna go get my hair cut and colored professionally, because normally I just go to the barber and spend, 15 quid on getting my hair done. I'm gonna go to somewhere where they're gonna pamper me and like give me highlights and make me feel all fancy because I'm bored. So that's what I'm gonna do.
And I did. I'm blonde. Literally, this is what my life has come to, having an identity crisis wherein I feel the need to change my appearance because I don't know who I am without a pint. But I'm doing so fine, I'm fine. So the last 10 days or so were pretty standard. I'd been doing it for 20 days now. I'd kind of got used to it. My friends continued to drink alcohol. I continued to drink radioactive amounts of peach squash. And I counted down the days. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And on the final day, January 31st, we had a work social at a bar on a Friday. And people were saying things like, you know, it's only a few hours away, just have a drink now, or you've pretty much done it, or like, just have a drink and don't tell anyone, no one will know. But I'll know. I'll know that the last 30 days of alcohol abstinence would be in vain and I'd be a liar. So no, I would wait. T-minus 10 hours, board games.
Forming stone. Okay.
Why aren't you helping?
Because I'm not sure.
T-minus 8 hours. Everyone else drinking and having a good time, and me having what feels like the millionth soft drink of my life.
Yay, cheers.
T-minus 4 hours. It's getting so close. Everyone I know is drinking. Everyone in the world, it feels like, is drinking.
So I started out doing dry January, but I failed because I went on holiday. But Tom here has held strong. What are you drinking, Tom?
We've got a San Pellegrino here.
And we're with, what, 12 other people, all drinking, all taking shots.
Yeah.
This one, only one who lasted. Day 31.
Feels good. No, this is honestly, it's so hard. Like, I can't.
Wouldn't even cheat on the last day.
T-minus less than an hour. How do you say that? T-minus a few minutes. T-minus like a bit.
3, 2, 1. Wait, I want it. It tastes like but yay!
I had completed the challenge, crossed the threshold, slain the beast, and this drink was my reward. So, now that I've completed the challenge, there are a few things I've learned over the past month that I'd like to share with you. Number 1, is it worth doing? Maybe. I definitely feel like I've reevaluated my relationship with alcohol and may not always suggest something that's centered around it is the first thing to do. Having said that, my relationship with alcohol isn't problematic in my life and I drink for all intents and purposes moderately. So I don't think this challenge has maybe hit me as hard as it would some other people. Always tread with caution and check with professionals when it comes to any big lifestyle change. Number 2, your friends will tease you. No matter how supportive your friends truly are, they will play mind games with you to try and make you break. Do not give in to this temptation. Number 3, less of a learning and more of a recommendation, keep going out. Even though you aren't drinking, you can still have fun. You can still be included, you're still a valid member of a group, regardless of whether or not you're inebriated. Number 4, dry January is a good test. It's a good way to see if you're actually able to pare back your alcohol intake if you wanted to. In terms of the real health benefits of a month off the booze, yeah, you might be better hydrated and sleep better, but in order for you to feel any lasting effects of altering your alcohol intake, I think you'd need to make permanent changes to your drinking habits. I think it's a good way to reevaluate how much you drink and how often you drink throughout the rest of the year. Overall, this was a really interesting experience. I'm really glad I did it. Will I be doing it again next year? Absolutely not. I'm gonna go for a pint.